Hey there, salty dogs. Welcome to another episode. Got a couple requests on catch, clean, and cooks. We've been catching a lot of redfish. You've probably seen the last couple episodes. There are a lot of great recipes out there, but most of the restaurants over here in Crystal Beach, it's fried fish, it's blackened redfish, all the staples. Great when you're a tourist, but if you want to harvest your fish and get more variety, that's what I'm trying to bring to you. So what am I bringing to you today? I'm bringing a Korean spicy fish stew, which pays homage to my Korean heritage. It's one of the favorite recipes that my mom cooks for me that I've enjoyed over the course of my life. A very savory, spicy way to enjoy your redfish. You can see we got a ton of great ingredients over here. You don't need to use all of them. I'll go through what you need exactly. If you look in the description, you'll see the exact quantities. We're trying to make a recipe that covers 3 to 4 people. Without further ado, let's look at what we got. One of the primary ingredients is this Korean radish called mu. You could use regular radish. What's going to happen, you're going to create that soup base using these dried anchovies. You don't need to use dried anchovies. You could also use regular fish sauce or oyster sauce to give it more flavor, but it's going to give it more punch in terms of fish flavor. But this radish, you're going to want to take the skin off of it and slice it into about 1/8 inch slices like this, and then cut it into quarters or eighths. Add it to the pot. This gives the soup more texture. Another key ingredient is either green onion or chives. In this case, we're going to use chives. I'm going to cut these in half to spread into the soup better. You're going to need at least 1 green pepper. These are Korean peppers. You could use serrano peppers. You could use jalapenos. But when you cut them, you want to cut them diagonally. It gives it a little bit more length. These are real spicy, so you might want to taste test them first to see how spicy they are. If they're less spicy, maybe add more. Just tailor it to your taste. The seasoning paste adds a lot of heat to the recipe anyway. So this is more like a garnish, but it's still going to add some heat to your sauce. And of course, the main event is your redfish. We filleted these with our sword fillet knives. One of our sponsors, the ball cap that I'm wearing right here. And then some other ingredients. And these are some ingredients you don't have to add, but are nice to add. If you have access to it, these enoki mushrooms are a great addition to your soup. And we also have some oyster mushrooms over here. Those are a great addition. We're not going to use all of that. We're going to save some of that for another recipe that's coming out soon. If you can, you could add some soft tofu to it. Again, it gives it more pop, a little more flavor. It soaks up a lot of those savory juices. Make sure you get the soft tofu. They're not going to sell that in all supermarkets. This is not essential, but it's nice to have, and I like it. Some other key ingredients. You could add parsley or cilantro to the recipe. I'd probably go with parsley. My sister was able to go to H Mart and she picked up some key ingredients, crown daisy and chrysanthemum. It looks like a lot of green, but once you put it into the soup, they really shrink down. It adds incredible flavor to the soup. A lot of nutrition in these herbs, and it's really gonna make that soup pop. We're gonna put all these ingredients together. The quantities are gonna be in the description, but let's go ahead and move on to the seasoning paste. We're going to move on to the seasoning paste. This is where we bring the heat to the soup. So we got a couple essential ingredients. My sister was great enough to stop by H Mart and she picked up some good stuff. I had some stuff already, but let's walk through this real quick. So we have this fermented soybean paste. That's going to be an essential ingredient. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of that. This gochujang, which is a red pepper paste, we're going to put 1 tablespoon in the seasoning paste. And then we have the gochujang, and you can buy many different variants of this, but we're going to use 1/2 cup because we're trying to serve 3 to 4, maybe 5 people. You can find different ones, different prices, but just find whatever you can. But we're going to go with about 1/2 cup of that. Soy sauce, fish sauce, got this over at Costco. That works great. Some black pepper. I prefer not the coarse ground. You need something that's a little finer ground to really mix into that soup. And then this rice cooking wine, mirin. This is also another essential ingredient. You could use soju, you could use vodka if you want. It's up to you. I've already done the pre-mixing. Oh, also you need to add some garlic. It's going to be 6 to 10 cloves depending on the size of the cloves. And you're going to mix it all together. I've already started on this. It's going to look something like this. You want to mix it real good. It's going to be a heavy, coarse paste, but just remember that this is for seasoning the soup. We're going to use about half of this to season the soup, and then we're going to save the other half to season it to your individual taste. You can put it directly in the bowl you're serving your soup in and make it spicier if you like it. But that's it for the seasoning paste. We're going to move on to the next step. All right, let's get to the cooking part. This is the fun part. First, we need to make the soup base. We're going to use these dried anchovies over here. If you don't have dried anchovies, you can substitute with some fish sauce. You could pretty much find fish sauce anywhere. It's recommended if you get the big dried anchovy flakes, you want to take the insides out. These are smaller ones. We're going to leave that in the sauce. Let's go ahead and insert this into the soup. I've added 8 cups of water. We're waiting for it to get to a boil. Let's go ahead and add these anchovies. Remember this Korean radish, also known as mu, or you could use any other radish you like. Or you don't even have to use radish, but I prefer the radish. We're gonna go ahead and add this because it's kind of like potatoes. It's gonna take a while to soften up, but after we boil them for about 20 minutes, they're gonna be good and soft. And they're really gonna soak up the flavor of the soup base. So let's go ahead and let that boil for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes from now, we're gonna add the redfish to it. We'll be right back at you. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Come on over here, take a look at what we got here. On medium heat, we've been getting the soup base ready, and we started boiling these radishes to make sure they get nice and soft. They're kind of like medium soft, but we're gonna be cooking the fish next. Fish takes a little bit more time, maybe less than 20 minutes. You know, redfish, you know, it's a dense, firm fish, so you can cook it a little bit longer, but it's gonna cook pretty fast. You can use more redfish. I actually caught 2 redfish in the last episode, but we're gonna just use 2 of the fillets because I got some special guest stars. We went to JB Seafood over here in Crystal Beach, Texas, and we picked up some fresh Gulf shrimp, peeled those up, deveined them. Those are gonna be scrumptious. We're not gonna use all this, but we got some shrimp over there. And then the main event, it's oyster season over here in the Gulf Coast. So we got some fresh oysters. Went ahead and strained them and washed them off just to get, you know, any of the additional grit off. And we're gonna add those to it as well. The shrimp and the oysters we're not gonna add till the end. It's just kind of like a final touch, final garnish. The oysters, you just want to cook until the edges curl up a bit. You don't want to overcook any of this. Shrimp, they're going to cook in like 2 minutes. So we're going to put that on at the very end. We're going to use our trusty sword fillet knife. And we're going to cut these redfish up into cubes. I like them a little bit chunkier. There we go. Nothing like fresh fish. And this redfish is as fresh as the fish that I just caught them today. So let's go ahead and add this into our soup base. We're gonna move this over. Let's go ahead and add our fish in there. Like that. Remember the seasoning paste that we created? We're gonna put about half of this inside the soup base. We're gonna save the other half just to season to your palate, you know, how do you like your individual dish. So we're gonna cut this in half. This is really spicy, and we're still gonna add these peppers in there as well. So that's gonna add some more heat to the sauce. Remember, this is a Korean spicy fish stew, so it's gonna be spicy. So let's go ahead and add half of this in there. You wanna mix it a little bit to get that seasoning to mix into the soup base so that it permeates the fish. We're gonna turn it up a little bit, get it up to about medium heat. And if you look at that fish already, it's turning white, so it's not gonna be that long. I'm actually thinking that we're probably just gonna go with about 10 minutes on this fish, and we're gonna be good to go. All right. So we're gonna be right back. We're gonna give this about 10 minutes to cook. We'll see in a little bit. All right, we already added the fish, but I forgot to add 2 other key ingredients. We have these mushrooms that we introduced before. We're gonna add them now to make sure that the sauce permeates through and add some flavor to those mushrooms. We're not gonna use all of it, but especially these thick ones right here, they're gonna take a little bit longer to cook. We're gonna go ahead and add them in there. These are called oyster mushrooms. And definitely add some nice texture to the soup. And then we're gonna add these as well. Oh, it's already looking gorgeous. I mean, we're gonna add some more color to it when we add the other herbs to it. We have the chrysanthemum leaves and we have the crown daisy, but no, this is gonna be great. And let's go ahead and get those down in there to the soup base. And it's only been about a minute, and let's see if we can find a piece of fish. You see that fish is pretty much already done. All right, let's let that go for about 5 minutes and we're gonna finish this off. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. That fish is fully cooked. We already added the mushrooms. We added some additional spice. It's looking pretty good. We got it to a rolling boil. I've already turned it off. So what we're gonna do now is add the finishing spices. We have the chives. Again, you could use green onions if that's what you got. We're gonna go ahead and add the green peppers. And then we're gonna stir this in to make sure that we get that heat evenly distributed. And look at that, we're already adding some flavor to it. And look at that fish, perfectly cooked. Look at that nice light flake on that redfish. You don't want to stir it too hard. If you stir it too hard, it's going to break up the fish. The other thing that we want to add right now, we have that soft tofu that I was talking about. We're going to go ahead and add that in there. Now, when you add it in here, I don't recommend cutting it up immediately. All you got to do is just kind of gently break it up like this. What I like to do is keep it in big chunks, and then when you serve it in the bowl, the person that's eating the soup, it's up to them, how they want the pieces broken up. You kind of have to break them up just a little bit, just to where you kind of get like that, and that makes it nice and gorgeous. Look at that red pepper flake going in there and adding that flavor to the tofu. So we have all that in there. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add the oysters. We got these lovely oysters over here. We're gonna go ahead and get that in there. Be careful, don't burn your hands, because that water is hot. Let's go ahead and add some shrimp, because this is pretty much done. I think we're almost across the finish line. I know I'm hungry. After a long day of fishing, you want a good hearty meal. And we got it here. I'm gonna add a lot of shrimp in here. This is some good Gulf Coast fresh shrimp. And we're gonna add that in there. The last piece to the puzzle, we have our herbs. The chrysanthemum and the crown daisy. This is gonna reduce quite a bit after it hits this hot water. So you think you're adding a lot, but it's not gonna be all that. And we're pretty much at capacity here on this pot. We're gonna leave it like that. Submerge these greens just a little bit so they get to cooking. And there we got our color. I'm smelling this right now and wow. I don't know if it tastes as good as Mom. I mean, this is only the second time I've made this, but I think we're doing a pretty good job. So we might be able to add a couple more sprigs. And again, it looks real bushy and like they have a lot more volume. They look like they have a lot more volume before you put them in the soup, but they reduce down very quickly. So we're gonna give this about 6 to 7 minutes. And we're gonna be ready to eat. We got some rice going, and no Asian meal is complete unless you have some rice to it. You can also use other side dishes. Kimchi is the national dish of Korea. That's a great one. This is a hearty meal all by itself. And remember, we have the rest of this seasoning paste, and we can taste it right now, and let's go ahead and try that. Oh, that's already great. I might add some after I serve it in a bowl. This is looking wonderful. Let's simmer down for another 6 minutes, and we're gonna serve it up and see what it tastes like. All right, we got the finished product over here. I gotta admit, I'm real hungry, and this looks great. You can see we got a great piece of redfish fillet right here, another piece over there. We have some of these oyster mushrooms. We have some of these great fresh Gulf oysters from JB's and some shrimp. You can see that this radish over here, perfectly tender, comes right apart. We're gonna eat this with some rice. Normally we'd have some other side dishes that go with it, but this is gonna be great by itself. We even have some good soft tofu right there that soaked up that flavor, and some great herbs. Ah, the aroma's great. Let's go ahead and give it a real quick taste. I just wanna taste the soup base. Oh yeah, that's great. Not sure if it's like Mama cooked, but I added my own special flavor to it. Hope you liked the episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's my first catch and cook video, but we'll be coming out with some other ones, and they'll just get better and better. Just some different flavor than the regular stuff you see in restaurants. This ain't fried fish. It's not, blackened red fish. We're gonna go around the world and see what we can put together. All right, well, thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.